Okay, I can redo that.
And just go ahead and like look at me.
Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, so my name is Byron Gouette, filmmaker, writer, want to be at least. later in my life, yeah, doing a film for Tony Prichard's class called Witnessing. Where to begin on this thing? Okay. So my idea on this film is kind of a two-part film, and each section is almost the same but a little different. One section is going to kind of deal about a guy who chains himself to a tree. Sounds weird, and we don't know exactly why he's doing this, except for a few things. He's going to talk on the cell phone before throwing it in the woods, and we're just going to give him some clues on this. And I'm going to try and shoot it in a way where the first half is almost he's walking through the woods. You know, he's going on a camping trip, hiking trip, and I'm going to be filming it as if I'm almost somebody that's following him in the woods. Capturing this guy hiking, which is kind of want to set up kind of a creepy element to it. And then the second section would be him finding a campsite, and I want this setup to be mainly through his point of view. He'll be wearing a GoPro, so it's like he's, you know, recording this for himself, and then he's going to set up a camera on a tripod, and we'll see the whole camp. So then I'll edit it so that what we see is we actually see through the lens of his two cameras. And then after that, he's going to encounter a stranger in the woods. I don't want to ruin it yet. That footage is going to be kind of ambiguous. We're going to use, I think, all three, whoever this person is in the woods filming this thing, and his POV with the GoPro and the tripod. Is that your set? Is that it? I mean, is that what that's doing? And would you be wearing that in the cold? Like, yeah. And spending a night in weather like that?
I'm killing myself.
True. There's snow, so your shoes are not. Shoes are gonna get wet. Okay. What do you want me? I want you. Just go straight. There? Like, are you able to walk that way? Okay, go back, and then I'll... What? Yeah, stay over there, and then just walk that way when I say action. Oh, okay. Okay. Action. Okay.
So, from your films,
Oh, yeah.
I've noticed you really enjoy lengthy shots.
Yes.
Why?
I think it allows, like, part of it is making the viewer sit through it. It's awesome.
And I think something that like a lot of filmmakers do now is like all these cuts and stuff, like action movies that just have all these cuts, and I like it in the sense that it gives a really chaotic feeling, and you know, sometimes, you know, your adrenaline starts pumping because it's like an action scene. But I think too many people are like forgetting about like master shots or something, you know, and you just have like the really long kind of neo-realism feel, which it's almost kind of like my protest saying, I'm gonna make this a long shot because I can, but but it has to be for a reason. Like, and I've learned through some pretty bad mistakes that if you just make a long shot for the sake of it being long, you're gonna lose your audience and it's gonna be terrible. So I've actually restrained myself now to maybe having like 1 or 2 per movie.
When did you learn that?
Let's see. I think it was 2 years ago. We made a film called Then the Reckoning. It was like this monk movie, and it was 27 minutes long, and it was all walking through the woods in the snow, and it was the worst. Like, and like Nicholas and I were watching it, and like we loved it. We're like, yes, you know, all this walking through the woods and stuff is great. And then when we showed it at the, I think it was called the WWU Film Festival, when we could just tell that the whole audience was like getting kind of bored, and it was like it was like the scariest moment I think in my life. It was like, oh my god, like we're just making these people sit through this boring, like, and it was and then like it was like you did not want to show your face to the audience, you know, when you were supposed to talk about your film or whatever. It was really embarrassing. So we promised never to do that again. And then we saw Sean Leonard's film, which just like blew us away, and we're just like, wow, somebody our age could do a film like that. I mean, it was incredible. Everything about that movie was great. So we're like, wow, we have to completely rethink what we're doing, and at that point it was just us. We didn't know anybody else. So then Kyle approached us and said, you know, talked about the Fourth Wall Films and K-Vike and stuff. So that's how we decided on doing that, and now we know more people, and all because of the long shot. It's kind of funny. We just can't show that. Yeah. Which is fine. We have all that to work with, as long as the car doesn't come up. But this actually might be better. It just has more light. Let's do it here then. It's cool. Actually even better than we have to move any stuff. So forgot the handcuffs back at the apartment. So we have to use locks.
Improvise.
Have fun carrying that. Okay, so this part you're gonna like kind of like walk in, and you kind of look around a bit. You know, just kind of look around, kind of maybe not really nod, but like this is the place, like, you know, and then maybe we'll do it in one shot a couple times, so then I can just edit the best parts of the 2 shots. Oh my god. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Dude. That's like... No, those are fine. It's this one.
No, it's... Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be stuck on here forever.
Like, so with the GoPro footage and the tripod footage that he set up, the character set up, and then the stuff that the camera operator will be filming, I'm gonna, because you know, there's like the lost or the found footage film where, you know, a character finds this cassette or video cassette and then plays it, and then now the people in the audience get to watch this movie because of this thing. Those are really popular now. So this, I don't want it to be like that, because somebody's going to have to have edited this thing, and so I kind of want that sense that the filmmaker has messed with it, because you have these 3 or possibly 4 different camera points of view together. So I kind of want that editing process to be available to the audience in that way. I think is what I'm hoping to go for, and maybe it not be so much that I'm putting myself into it through the editing, but just that editing, those editing choices reflect on what reflect on, like, not necessarily frustration, but frustration, and what the filmmaker goes through emotionally, whether it's like, yes, I shot that, or that take wasn't too good, I'm gonna cut that out into the movie. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah.
All right.
Let's see. I have this weird fascination with films dealing with like a character that has some sort of problem with their body, or some sort of deficiency in their life, preferably something with their body. I did a film about a guy with cerebral palsy. I did another film about a guy who has a BIID, which is body integrity identity disorder, where they believe that a certain part of their body doesn't belong to them, and it's not the alien hand syndrome or the Dr. Strangelove syndrome, but it's different in that they actually believe that it should not be on their body, and not that it does its own, not that it, like, the hand has its mind of its own.
Why do you think you always have the theme of something being wrong with someone physically?
I think maybe it has something to do with, it could actually have something to do with just being uncomfortable in someone's, or my own skin, or anybody's own skin. I think everybody has some sort of feeling of uncomfortability or about themselves, and I think that's something that I think every person can definitely relate to. So why not make a movie about it, or to a degree, in that there'll be some sort of relation there. I mean, maybe it's a cheap way to come up with an idea, instead of, like, coming up with some really crazy idea and really trying to work on getting an audience to get themselves attached to it. So I don't know, maybe I'm taking the easy way out. But I think it's definitely a universal trait.